Good morning, students. Today we will continue the topic potentiometer. In the previous class, we have discussed how to balance the EMF of cell across a potentiometer wire. So today we will discuss about the application, and question is also asked from the application only. So application are to compare EMF of cell, to compare EMF of two cells. And second is to find the internal resistance of cell, that we will discuss later on. EMF of cell, you can see this is potentiometer wire connected to some battery or cell, and that is connected to rheostat. From this rheostat we can change the current. This is auxiliary battery, source cell or battery. So current is provided across it. Suppose this is the length of the potentiometer wire. It may be, I have told you, it may be 600, 1000, whatever it may be. Now we have two cells. How to connect the cells? You can see from the diagram. The positive of both cell must be connected to positive of the source cell. Now in this way you have to make circuit. This is your experiment also. Now this is suppose of EMF E1, E2, this is of EMF E. We are not concerned about this. We have to only know how to compare the EMF. We have to not find the EMF here, we have to compare it. Now when suppose this is K1, this is K2, and this is suppose third key, it is like this is suppose third key connected, this is K3. Now this type of key will be provided to you in the lab. When you connect 1 and 2, when key 1 and 3 is connected, means you have to put the key here and here. Then what you are getting, that this cell will come in the circuit. Clear? So you can see this is the potentiometer wire. This is the current coming inside the potentiometer wire, and from this cell to the galvanometer you have to balance it. Now see what is the things which will go on when you will touch this jockey at some point here near to this end. Then you will see the deflection is toward left, means that the current is flowing like this. When you will touch this jockey to the right, then you will see that deflection is toward right, like this. In this, when you will touch, you will get like this. When you will slide the jockey on this wire, you will get one point. Suppose this is A. You will get one point where there will be no deflection in the galvanometer. When there is no deflection in the galvanometer, what does it indicates? That the no current is passing through it. Here current is 0. No current is passing through it. So means this current will not come in this side. This will go in this side only. Clear? This length. Suppose this is the length X. So the current will go in through the potentiometer, and it will return to the cell or the battery. It will not come in this side, but at the balance point. So at balance point, always you have to remember this. In numerical, when you are solving, you have to understand that at balance point there will be no current through the galvanometer. So if there is no current, means the potential difference between two terminal of cell will be EMF of cell. Clear? Already we have discussed that in EMF, that if no current is passing through the cell, means the potential difference between two terminal of cell is known as EMF. This is EMF. The potential difference between these 2 points A and J through this is EMF. And what is the potential difference between A and J on the potentiometer wire? See, this is potentiometer wire of length X. Current flowing is I. So what is the potential difference here? V is equal to I into R. Clear? One formula. Second formula we have discussed in terms of potential gradient. This is K into the balancing length, K into X. We have already discussed that this is the potential drop per unit length. In unit length, potential drop is K. That is known as potential gradient. So in X length, K into X. Clear? This is equation 1. And when now no current is flowing through this, means the potential difference between A and J through this way, through this path, is EMF. So this is equal to EMF. Clear? So when these two are equal, means potential drop across the wire is equal to EMF, then what formula you will get? E1 is equal to K into X. Equation 2. At balance point you can write, at balance point V is equal to EMF of the cell. Now similarly, now you disconnect this, remove the key and connect this one. Now here it will be E2. Again you check, you will get different point. You will get some point, not this point, because it is of different EMF. So the potential drop across the wire will be also different to balance it. If it is greater, the potential difference will be more. If it is less, the potential difference will be less to balance this EMF. Suppose you are getting some point, suppose this point J dash and this length as X, this length as X dash. Any length you can take, and you can take L also, L1 and L2 also. Better to take L1 and L2. In book it is given L1 and L2. I have taken X and X dash. Suppose it is balancing at length X dash. Now the scenario is like this. This is length X dash. So this is balancing the EMF E2. Now no current will come. Whatever current is coming from the source cell, that will pass through this potentiometer wire. No current is passing through this galvanometer. So means that potential difference between two terminals is EMF. And this is balancing this on this length. On this length, how much is the potential drop? Potential drop per unit length into X dash. That is equation 3rd. Now if you will divide this, you will get K will cancel out X by X dash. So in experiment we have to actually measure X and X dash, and then we have to find E1 and E2. We have to do the same experiment by changing the current. If you will change the current, then you will see that for E1 you will get different length, for E2 you will get different length. So this is the formula, and on this formula we are doing the experiment. We are taking different reading by changing the current through this rheostat, and we are finding the value of E1 by E2. Okay, next is to find internal resistance of cell. To find internal resistance of cell. We have read the formula in the EMF and terminal voltage topic. R is equal to E by V minus 1 into R. This is known as terminal voltage. This is known as external resistance. And this is known as EMF of the cell. And this R, small r, is known as internal resistance. Now you see the circuit arrangement. This is potentiometer wire AB. this is connected to cell or battery through rheostat, and now you see the arrangement. For internal resistance, we have to connect one external resistance R through the cell to get the terminal voltage. Clear? When we will remove this external resistance, we will get the EMF. When we will add this external resistance, we will get the terminal voltage. So this is the cell, and you have to connect one external resistance. Suppose from the resistance box you are collecting, and we are providing this with a key so that we can connect and disconnect this resistance box when required. And this point is connected to galvanometer and ultimately to the potentiometer wire jockey stones. Now, this cell, suppose EMF E. When current is passed, now switch is here, key is not closed, it is open. When it is open, when it will pass, then you can see you will get a point at balance point. We are talking only, not on the left side when it is touched here, when it is touched here, that we are not talking. At the balance point, no current will flow through the galvanometer, means only current will flow through the potentiometer wire, suppose AJ, and this length is suppose L1. In this derivation I am taking L1 and L2. So at this length, suppose this AJ potential drop is balanced by the EMF. So this EMF will be equal to the potential drop. So E is equal to K into L. Equation 1. Here, K into L1. Now in the second step, what we have to do? We have to close this. When you will close this key, then a current will start from this cell and it will pass through the resistance box like this. So this arrangement already we have discussed. Now the potential difference between the two terminal of cell is known as terminal voltage, and that is E minus I into R. Suppose I current is flowing, so E minus I into R. R is internal resistance of cell. Clear? So that this we have to find. So whenever the resistance is connected to the cell, actually we are measuring the terminal voltage. Clear? So when you are measuring this terminal voltage, this is terminal voltage, and this is suppose balanced at any point. Now it is balanced at second point. Suppose this is L2. When you connect this key, you will see that you are getting the balance point at somewhere, not here, it will be somewhere less than this. Suppose this is the length and you are getting the balance point here. Always you can understand that terminal voltage is less than EMF, so this terminal voltage will be balanced at some less length. So this terminal voltage is equal to K into L2. So what is E by V? L1 by L2. So you will get, if you will put here the formula 1, 2, 3, 4. If you put 4 in 1, you will get the formula L1 by L2 minus 1 into R. R is this resistance which you are taking from here. The resistance which you will take out from resistance box, that you have to put the value here and you have to calculate this. This L1 is the length for balancing the cell when no current is flowing, when key is open. L2 is the balancing length when key is closed. And R is the resistance when you are closing the key and taking out some resistance, then only current will flow. When you will take out that resistance, we have to put the value, then you will get the formula, then you will get the value of internal resistance. So this is about application of potentiometer. Now one more thing, sensitivity of potentiometer. Sensitivity of potentiometer means that for small change in current or small change in potential difference, there is large variation in deflection of the galvanometer. You can understand that, suppose I am telling that in unit length, this potentiometer can measure 0.02 value of K volt per centimeter. I have one potentiometer which can measure in unit length, in unit centimeter, this much voltage. And second, I am asking, I have second potentiometer which can measure this much potential difference in unit length. So you can easily tell that which is more accurate, which is more sensitive. So this will be more accurate or more sensitive. For example, suppose I want you to tell that can you measure 0.01. So you can tell that this we cannot measure 0.01 from this one, but we can measure this small potential drop by this potentiometer, because its K value is very small. So you can measure this small potential drop by this one, 0.02, 0.03, 0.04, 0.05. In this way you will go, then 0.01 you can easily measure. It can measure a small variation in potential difference, but it cannot measure. Means all depends on value of K. Sensitivity is decided by value of K. If K is less, then sensitivity will be more. Now you can see, K is less, sensitivity is more. Formula of K is, two formula we have discussed, rho I by A and V by L. This is the length of the potentiometer wire. So you can see it will increase the length of potentiometer wire. If you will increase L, then this K will decrease and hence sensitivity will increase. First point. Second, if you will decrease the I by increasing the resistance from the rheostat, if you are decreasing the value of I, then K will also decrease and hence sensitivity will increase. So in this way you can increase the sensitivity. That's why we are using 1000 centimeter potentiometer wire in our lab in spite of 800 or 600, because L is more, K will be less, sensitivity will be more. That's why more length is required, more length of wire is required in potentiometer for increasing the sensitivity. So that's all about potentiometer, and I will send you some questions. Try to solve based on this EMF balancing, the comparing the EMF of cell and to find the internal resistance of cell. Try to apply the logic which I have told you and solve the question. Thank you to all.